What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Another week. What we're going to talk about this week. This idea actually came to me when I was in the gym earlier and I was doing some stretches and I was like, oh, this hurts so much. I just done a really long workout, it's pretty intense, and I was like, I really can't be arsed stretching. And it brought back an important message that I thought I should share with you guys, which you probably already know, but I wanted to talk about it anyway. And it's just about how we are literally biologically tuned to want to avoid pain. Like, it's in our DNA, it's how our brains work. We don't want to feel pain, we don't want to feel discomfort. And that can be difficult to manage if you don't realize that. If you don't realize that you're avoiding things that bring up discomfort and pain in you because it's just natural. And that's why it's so easy for us to avoid things that will be good in the long run, but we don't want to do in the moment because they bring up a sense of discomfort. And this doesn't just translate in stretching, of course. This can go from physical pain to mental pain, mental discomfort. I always like to remember that procrastination is nothing to do with who you are. It's actually your inability to sit in discomfort. Because if you're procrastinating anything, it's because there's a certain level of stress there that's got the potential for discomfort, and your brain thinks, oh, let's not do that. I don't want to put myself in a position where I feel discomfort, so let's just avoid it. And from a historical point of view, that is, of course, a really great quality to have. You know, we had to make sure that we weren't putting ourselves in dangerous situations where we could potentially feel pain, because then that would risk our survival. But fast forward to the 21st century, and we have a lot of emotional discomfort and psychological discomfort. Just society in general puts a lot of stress on us. Maybe your family puts a lot of stress on you. Maybe you yourself and some beliefs that you have put stress on you. We are bombarded by a multitude of stressors on a day-to-day basis. And we have to be aware that we need to face discomfort. The only way which you are going to grow is by facing it. The only way you're going to get over things is by going through, not around. And it's just good to be knowledgeable that we do have this ingrained mechanism in our brain that drives us away from those things. And if we just follow what our brain wants to do, we'll just avoid things. The crux here is that our brains think short term, and when we do avoid things like emotional pain or even physical pain, all we're doing is setting ourselves up for long-term damage. You know, if I didn't stretch, if I didn't embrace that pain and stretch out my leg muscles, I might not notice a difference tomorrow. They might be aching a bit more. But if I did that on a weekly basis where I wasn't properly stretching out my muscles, that increases the risk of injury. And eventually something's going to happen and I'll probably get injured. And the damage that's going to be done there is going to be so much greater and probably feel much worse than just the discomfort of sitting there for 10 minutes and stretching my legs, which I could do every time I do a workout. And the same goes for emotional pain. If we aren't addressing our issues and the things that are bothering us, those things are just going to simmer in our head. It's like a fire behind the door. If you're not tending to that fire, it's just going to grow and grow and grow until you just can't contain it. And you know, I've been there myself. The only reason that I talk about this stuff is because I've been through it. I've been in those positions and I felt the repercussions of it. I've been in positions where I haven't addressed some emotional problems and they've just morphed into issues that I couldn't contain and lead to mental health issues and stuff like that. I'm going off on a tangent. But the main thing that I wanted to just drive home today was that we do just have this innate desire to avoid discomfort and to avoid pain. And that is no reason to actually avoid those things, because if we do, we're going to have to deal with the repercussions down the line. So that's all I wanted to say today. Thank you so much for watching. You can check back next Wednesday for another video. If you could like the video and subscribe to the channel, that would be brilliant. Leave a comment down below because I love interacting with you guys. And yeah, I will catch you guys next Wednesday.